Today, we're checking out my dropshipping store. I'm going to be documenting everything I do to scale it up and where I'm at currently with it, the results you should expect as a beginner and where I've gone wrong with my store, things I could have done better in order to be more profitable, and a whole lot more. But now, with all that out of the way, let's jump into it. So it's currently 4:53 in the morning, 5 degrees outside. We're about to do an ice bath and we're going to hook into this dropshipping store. Right, so jumping straight into my store here, we've got 2,462 sessions this month, $1,729 in total revenue, and 28 orders with a 1% conversion rate. The conversion rate isn't too good, but we'll dive into that later. The revenue is actually quite good for a store that I've only just started. And keeping in mind, this is only from the 1st to the 27th, and it was only actually about 2 weeks of that I was running ads, so that is quite good. We'll just jump into the advertising platform. Alright, so as you can see, from the 1st to the 27th, we spent $992, got 246,000 impressions and 1,000 clicks, 28 conversions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to calculate what the actual profit was. Alright, so we got 28 orders in 27 days. So 28 times the average cost of product, which was $23, 644 plus 992 equals 1636, and our total revenue was 1729. So our total profit for that month was only $93, and I will dive quite deep into why that is the case. We had some really profitable ads and we had some ads that didn't perform at all. So some of our campaigns that we ran for a budget of $50 a day ended up spending completely with 0 conversions, and I will go into exactly why that is. So this ad we spent like $550 on. I think it ended up getting us like 24 conversions. I'm not sure what my ads manager has done, but it's like gotten rid of the actual ad that it is off of my homepage. We spent $550 on that ad and we divide that by 24. So the cost per acquisition was still like $22 on that. But let's just work out. So if our product is $60, right? And the cost of goods is $23. That leaves us with $37 to spend on ads. So that's $37 we can put into ads and still break even. So $22 is still at a profit. So if we minus 22, that's our profit per product. So each sale we got $15 profit. So we'll say 15 times 24, which is the amount of sales we made off of that one ad. So $360 profit off of that single ad. We ended up not being overly profitable for the month overall. As I said, I'll dive into that a little bit more, but it's pretty much just because we didn't optimize our ads properly. Righto, so I hope this is making sense and I'm explaining it in a way that you are understanding. But if not, just take it back and sort of take some notes on the stuff that I was saying. It's pretty basic stuff. We're sort of just going through like how to maximize profits, and the sort of things that I was doing probably weren't overly smart of me to do. Some of the campaigns that I had running, I kept running even though they weren't converting. So that just led to money being spent without any money coming in. So that would have been my first fuck up. The second big issue we had was we just kept getting hit with DMCA claims. So multiple times I got hit with the DMCA claim, which is like a copyright infringement act from Shopify. It's where someone sort of goes onto your site, they see the product photos. If you've taken them from that person, pretty much if it's found that you've taken the photos from their site, like they've had the same photos on their site before you had them on yours, your product gets taken down, you get hit with a strike, and then obviously the link's gone, like because the product doesn't exist anymore. So people can't buy your product. So what happened was there was about 3 days there where I had like a $200 ad running and I got hit with the DMCA claim, and it wasn't until like 3 days later that I realized that I was hit with the DMCA claim. So we spent like $500 by the time that I noticed. That's part of the reason we weren't overly profitable. We were still profitable, so we did make a little bit of money, but it was nowhere near as much as we could have had I have realized sooner. That would have been probably the biggest downfall of the store. But we're going to move on to the next part, jumping into the ads, and we're going to run a test campaign of $100. Alright, so before I forget, I actually wanted to let you guys know that I've been in touch with about 10 UGC content creators. So pretty much what that is where I ship my product out to people and they create organic TikTok around my product in hopes for conversions. So there'll be like a call to action on the ad that we post. So they'll create content and then we'll post it on TikTok as organic, and they'll be like, purchase the product here, something like that. But they'll give like an incentive as to why you should buy it. And usually it's like attractive females who used to do this, because like if you're scrolling through TikTok, even if you're a girl, you're going to stop. So yesterday I paid about $500 worth of fees for that. 2 different people, so it was about $250 each. One of them's doing me 3 videos. That'll just be the same video with 3 different hooks. So that'll be run as an ad set of 3, and that'll also be posted on TikTok organically, which hopefully will generate me some sales. And then one of them, $250, is purely just for 1 ad. But I just thought I should mention that before we jump into the ads manager, because that's going to be a big part of what's coming up in order to sort of scale it. In about a week's time, their products will arrive and they'll create content around it. So I'll update you guys on that. But right now we're going to jump back into the ads manager and we're going to get our top 3 performing ads so far. And we're going to do a testing campaign of $100. And I've got high hopes for this one, guys. So let's jump into it. Righto, so jumping straight into the ads manager, it looks like I do need to add a bit of money to the account because in 3 days it's going to run out. So we must only have like $300 in the account. But we're going to click over here, we're going to click create. So once I get into this screen, I usually go advanced. I never run a basic campaign. Advanced just sort of allows you to do more in-depth sort of optimization on the ad. For this ad, our objective is website conversions. That's pretty much what I always run it as. You don't want any of these other vanity metrics like traffic or video views. We're just going to call this test campaign. That's just so I can identify it once I'm on the advertising page looking at my ads and how they're performing. Right, going into here, we're going to select the pixel we want to use for the ad, and then the optimization event, we want to choose complete payment. Then we want to scroll down here. We don't want automatic placement, we want select placement, because we don't want our TikTok ads running on global or Pengle. All right, moving down, we're not gonna worry about any of this stuff. We're gonna leave the location as just Australia, leave the gender as all. Now for the age, we're not gonna target 13 to 17 because they probably don't have the money to be able to buy our products. So we're gonna target all ages, 18 and upwards. Don't worry about any of this stuff here. Don't worry about interests and behaviors, leave that as blank. And now we're up to budget. So for the budget, as I said, $100. Now you want to make sure when you're running an ad, this is something that I've really fucked up with in the beginning, which led to me spending too much money in like half a day. So if you're running a $100 campaign, you don't want it to start on the date that it is today, halfway through the day. So right now it's 9:47 on the 19th of May. So we actually want it running tomorrow from midnight to night, which will give it the full day to spend the $100 rather than spending the $100 in half a day, because it's not going to allow for as many results if you're spending the same amount of money in half a day, because it's going to rush to spend that amount of money. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it as tomorrow at 12 a.m. So that'll be midnight tonight. For the optimization goal, we're just going to leave the day parting as all day. I think I'm just going to leave this as value. It's actually a new metric, so I'm not overly knowledgeable on that, so I'm just going to leave it as value for the moment. And our target ROAS, usually you want about a 300 to 800% return on your ROAS. So for every dollar spent, you want about $3 to $8 back. So I'm going to put it as 4. So for every dollar spent, we want 3 back. So that's a 300% ROAS. And then we're going to go next. All right, now this is the fun part. We actually get to choose the creatives that we're going to run as ads. Up here, we're not going to touch smart creative ads because it's a test campaign. But for the creative name, I'm just going to put it in as test number 1. For the identity, it's really good if you're able to run ads with a custom identity, but I've been seeing really good results this month in May running Spark ads. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to run some Spark ads just through the TikTok account. A Spark ad's pretty much where you post something on TikTok and then you go into your advertising platform and run it as an ad. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. And then we're just going to scroll down and we're going to select TikTok post. So this will be selecting a post from our TikTok page. I'm just going to go ahead and choose my top 3 performing creatives. 1, 2, 3. Righto, now that I've done that, I'm just going to add our product link. So this is the link that when they click through, it'll show up onto that page. So we're just going to put that on all of the ads and then we'll be ready to go. So we're all set to go. I'm going to press submit and then I'm going to check back with you guys tomorrow once the ads have been running all day. Alright, so I'm looking at the store right now. Looks like I've got 44 sessions. So I'm going to jump into the advertising platform. Usually that'd mean I've spent like around $40 if I've got like 44 sessions. So we'll jump into the ads manager and take a look at that. So I'm in the ads manager now, and it looks like we've got 0 conversions, which is weird because we did actually get a sale today, but it doesn't look like it came from any of these ads that I've got running here. That is weird. This one here spent $30 somehow in the single day. Bro, I was completely wrong. I've just fucking contradicted what I said. Looking at this right here, we've spent $55 today, which is fucked. That is way too much to have spent for 44 clicks and only 1 sale. So we've spent 55 and we've made 1 sale that was valued at $60. So we literally lost money today. What I'm going to do though is I'm actually still going to keep it running because this is just a test campaign. We can't rule things out too soon, because say if I were to log off and go to bed and we make 2 more sales but it only spends $10 more, then we're obviously going to be profitable for the day. So it's really sort of just like you've got to spend money to make money and you've got to lose money to learn. So it's sort of like a win-win either way. If I lose money, I learn from my mistakes, I know what not to do next time. And if I spend the money and it works out, then I make money. So it's a win-win really. That's pretty much it for the ads manager for today. In between then, I'm going to be contacting new UGC creators so I can get new content made. As I said, I have paid a couple of people this week and I've got their products on the way. So we're going to do more outreach tomorrow and tonight, and we're going to get more UGC creators making content for us. Alright, so right now the time is 5:20 AM on Wednesday, the 22nd of May. I didn't really get much time to talk to the camera yesterday, but yesterday we made 2 sales, $190 in sales, and we only spent $37 on ads, so I was pretty happy with that because the ad spend was so low, but the return was so high, so we were very profitable yesterday. I'm hoping for about $200 in sales today. I'm just editing a video at the moment, but I'm pretty happy with the results today. So we got $120 in sales and we only spent $17 on ads. So that was off 2 sales, which means it was $8.50 per acquisition, which I'm super happy with. So it's like $60-ish profit today, which is super solid. But I'm going to update you guys tomorrow, and then that'll be the last day of this video, and then we're going to move on to the next part of the series. Alright, I'm going to wrap the video up here, but we did about $1,100 in sales this week, with about 370 of that being profit. The store's currently sitting at $3,661 in revenue, and we've been running it for about 2 months now. So I'm going to continue with the series, but I'm just going to wrap the video up here for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Much love.